Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So finally, after having my iPhone XS Pro Max for 2 years, last week this turned up, the iPhone 12 Pro in midnight blue, and I'm here today with Dom. I'm not going to go through the specs of the camera because there's 1,000 other videos on YouTube that does that far better than I could. All I'm bothered about today is the camera. So we're going to be doing an entire fashion shoot with Dom just using the iPhone 12 Pro, and we're going to be looking at all three lenses, so the ultra wide, the wide and the telephoto. And with the telephoto, the most important thing is we're going to be looking at portrait mode. So I'm interested to find out what it looks like. So is Dom.
Yeah, I'm very excited because obviously being a fashion blogger myself, not all the time you can find like a photographer. So sometimes obviously you need your iPhone, and I'm really excited to see if the iPhone can like match up to the quality of a camera, because I know a lot of people and bloggers do shoot on their iPhones, so I'm very, very excited to see the quality of the camera.
So that's all there is to it. I'm going to bang the GoPro on so that you can see exactly what I'm seeing on the phone. And let's get into it.
Let's jump into it. Press subscribe before we jump into it.
And on Dom's channel as well.
Yes. So overall, I'm generally so impressed on how the photos turned out and how good quality the new iPhone camera is. It could easily be substituted for an actual DSLR camera. From the far away shots, they're my favourite. Like, they are really crisp, would definitely fit in my feed on my socials, and I really love obviously the 0.5 zoom feature where you get the wide angle lens, makes it look really cool, a nice fisheye. However, when it comes to like the closer details, you do lose some of the details, especially in like the portrait mode, like some bits like maybe like around the ear or maybe on your skin, not as clear as a camera. However, they've done a very good job at like defining the raw edges and the lines, because on the previous old iPhones, when you did the portrait mode, usually you would like completely lose an ear out of focus, whereas now it's a lot more crisp. And I'm genuinely so impressed. So huge thank you to Andrew Mclean for having me down modelling for the shoot, and I hope you all enjoyed the content. So be sure to subscribe to his channel. If you want to see some fashion content, be sure to check out my channel, which is Payday Pickups.
So you've seen some of the shots that we got and you've heard from Dom, and I have to say that I completely agree with him about pretty much everything that he had to say about the iPhone 12 Pro. I'm a really big fan of a lot of the shots that we got, especially the wide and the ultra wide ones. That 13mm ultra wide lens lets you get really creative, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be using that to create some absolutely mad shots. So I'm really excited to see what people do with that. With the telephoto, I have to say I was less impressed. The problem with the telephoto is that then you get into a lens that a lot of portraits are shot with full frame cameras, with DSLRs, mirrorless cameras, and you can really notice the difference. So on skin especially, it loses a lot of sharpness and the computer tries to over sharpen. With the portrait mode, it is a lot better than it has been, especially on my old XS Pro Max. Before then, just as Dom said, sometimes you really missed out on the definition around the outline of the face, and like Dom said, you could lose an entire ear, or hair especially, it really struggled to pick up, and it has done a lot better with that. But I do feel that the closer you are with portrait mode, it does tend to look a little bit false, which obviously it's going to because it's the software that's doing it. But yeah, I feel that further away it is a lot better, and I think that it'll definitely be better for taking photos of objects, so things like product photography and stuff like that. I'm sure you could get really creative with portrait mode and get some really good shots. So overall, I'm really impressed. It's a huge step up from my old phone, which is 2 phones ago, so the XS Pro Max. So I would expect to see that big jump, and it's definitely there. The things that Apple are doing with their cameras now are insane. I'm really excited to try it at night as well. I've not tried it at night yet. So with the new Lidar Scanner, to get that better depth of field and the new improved night mode, I'm sure that it's going to be really good to use. So I'm looking forward to doing that, looking forward to using it for landscape shots as well, and I'm really excited to try out the video capabilities of it as well. So being able to shoot 4K 60 frames per second is massive, so I'm definitely going to be trying that out soon. Hope that you've enjoyed this video, taking you sort of behind the scenes as we tried this shoot out with the new iPhone. If you are interested in seeing how I edited these, let me know in the comments down below, and I could always do a Lightroom mobile run through. If you wanted to see how I've done that before with shots that I've taken on my cameras, I'll leave a little link up here to a video that I did of editing on my iPad Pro using Lightroom mobile. So although the shots were from cameras, you can see the same kind of editing process in that video. Let me know in the comments what camera you use on your phone, what phone you've got, whether you are looking at getting the iPhone 12 Pro, whether you're waiting for the 12 Pro Max, or whether you use an Android phone. So I know that Samsung and Google are doing crazy things with their cameras on their phones as well. Other than that, please like the video if you have, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.